Hi friends, I'm Shalom and today we shall study about nouns. So let's dive into it. What are nouns? Noun is a name of a person, place and a thing. Who is she? She is a girl. She is Pooja. Her name is Pooja. What is this? This is a temple. What is the name of the temple? Golden Temple. It's a famous place in Amritsar located in Punjab and a pilgrimage place for the Sikhs. What is it? This is a book and the name of the book is Oxford. Alright, so we shall study about nouns. Nouns are broadly classified into common noun and proper noun. Now what is a common noun? A common noun is a name of a person, place, thing of a particular class and a kind. What is a proper noun? A proper noun is a name of a particular person, place or thing. Now let us see some examples. Let us compare girl and Pooja. Now when we say girl, girl is a particular class of girls and Pooja is a specific person, it's a particular person. She is, her name is Pooja, so it becomes a proper noun. Similarly, we have the temple, which is a common noun. It doesn't have a capital letter, and Golden Temple has got a capital letter, and it is a specific place in Amritsar in Punjab. It is only one place in whole of India, so it is called a proper noun. We have a book. Book shares a whole class of books, so it is a common noun, and the name of the book is Oxford. There is only one Oxford. That's why we say it is a proper noun. In common, always remember, in common nouns mostly begins with a small letter. But if we have to add a capital letter, it always comes at the beginning of the sentence. Example, fruits are good for health. So fruits, F becomes a capital letter. And it never becomes a capital letter in the middle of the sentence. A proper noun always begins with a capital letter, like Mary, April, Mumbai, India, Japan, all begin with a capital letter. Even in the middle of the sentence, like example, I love Mumbai, M becomes a capital. So we see that common noun has small letters, and the three examples like girl, temple, book, they are all small letters, so they become common nouns. And Pooja, Golden Temple and Oxford, they all have begin with a capital letter, so they are called proper nouns. All about common nouns and proper nouns. So let us see the next type of noun. Now, common nouns includes another class called as collective nouns and compound nouns. In collective nouns is the name of a number of person, things taken together and spoken as a whole. Persons like a team of players, like we have 11 team players in cricket. A class of students, there is a class of students. A group of dancers, so they come under persons. Now in things we have a string of beans, like we wear a string of beans round our neck. Or a stack of wood, wood which is kept on top of each other neatly is called a stack of wood. Other examples are a flock of birds, a fleet of sheep. These are all collective nouns. And always remember that collective nouns includes persons and things. Now let me give you another example of a large family. See this picture over here. You'll see there are nouns like the mother, father, grandparents, and their siblings like their brother and sister. These bunch of nouns together are called as collective nouns. Always remember, even though collective nouns refer to different nouns like mother, father, brother, sister, they all are considered to be singular. Example of flock of birds is flying in the air. So we write this. We don't write a flock of birds are flying in the air. A flock of birds is one group of words. So we write a flock of birds is flying in the air. This is all about collective nouns. Now let's go to compound nouns. Compound nouns have two or more words. A compound nouns, when two words join together to create a new and a bigger and a better word, is called as a compound nouns. Now the compound nouns has three varieties. Compound nouns has a single word like firefighter, Compound nouns can have an hyphen. It's also called a dash, which connects two words. Here it connects three words, like mother-in-law. Here we have bus stop. They are two separate words. That's the third variety. So we see here noun, fire and fighter become noun plus noun. Mother-in-law becomes noun plus prepositional phrase. Bus and stop becomes noun plus verb. Police officer, noun plus noun, creates a new word called as a police officer. Six and pack, adjective and plus noun equals to six pack, which becomes a new word that is called six pack. This is all about compound nouns. Now let's go to the next type of nouns. Common nouns are also subdivided into concrete and abstract nouns. Now let's see what's concrete nouns. Concrete nouns are nouns which we can touch, which we can see. We can see and touch a house. We can see and touch a lion, but as you know, lion is a dangerous animal, and I wish I could touch it, but only the master can touch it. Am I right? Then we can touch and see a man. And we can touch and see a table. So this is all about concrete noun. Now let us compare it with abstract nouns. Abstract noun is the name of a quality, of an action, of a state, considered apart from the object to which it belongs. Now what do we mean by quality? Quality means a good or bad thing in a person, or is the feature of a person. Like a person can be good, a person can be bad, a person can be kind. A person is good becomes an adjective, but when we say goodness, it becomes an abstract noun. Similarly, when we say kindness, kind is an adjective, and when we write kindness, it becomes an abstract noun. Now let's see action. Action is something that we do. It's an act. It's something which is done by somebody. Like laughter. Laugh becomes a verb, but when we say laughter, it becomes an abstract noun. Similarly, we say theft. And now let's go to state. State means a condition a person is at in a particular situation. Like the person is in childhood, boyhood, slavery, poverty. These are all abstract nouns. Abstract nouns have feeling, ideas and qualities. Now suppose you are confused about abstract nouns, and I'll tell you a trick which will definitely not get confused. So when we add the before an abstract noun, like we add the kindness of the king made him very popular, so the comes before an abstract noun. So you'll recognize that kindness is an abstract noun. Similarly, when we add possessive adjectives like my, his, hers, yours, before honesty, we come to know it is an abstract line. Like my honesty made my boss happy, so my comes before honesty, so honesty is an abstract noun. So I hope this will help you to check out and recognize the abstract nouns. Now let us see the other type of nouns. Common noun includes another class called as the agent noun. Now agent nouns, I know it's not very common, but just for knowledge, to increase your knowledge, I'm explaining you what is agent nouns. Agent nouns is derived from the word. Example here, teacher. Teacher is an agent noun, but it's derived from the verb teach. A teacher teaches. Agent noun, it is usually the names of the people. And other examples are driver. It is derived from the verb drive. It is like telling somebody to do our work for him. Somebody does the work for us. And other examples are jogger, like he derived from the verb jog. And this is all about agent nouns. Now let us study the other types of nouns. So common nouns include the most useful classification called as the countable nouns and the uncountable nouns. Now what is uncountable nouns? We can count most common nouns, like we can count cup, apple, pen and house. Countable nouns have singular and plural. Always remember that we can put an a or an before a countable noun. Like we can write, this is a cup, there are roses, that becomes plural. This that is an apple becomes single, and when you write plural, those are apples. So this is all about countable noun. Now let us compare it with uncountable. Uncountable nouns, we know the meaning from the name itself. Uncount is also known as non-count nouns. Uncountable nouns like milk, sugar, water, ice. We cannot count these things. We cannot say one milk, two sugars, five waters, five. No, it's wrong. It is, we cannot count this. We can add some before an uncountable noun, like please give me some water, or please give me some biscuits. We can also add some in the countable noun in the plural. Now let's go to the next type of last type of noun. Material noun comes below the uncountable noun, and material noun is the name of a substance and material. Substance and material like iron and gold. Here I have written examples like gold and cotton and silk or iron. These are all material nouns. They are all names of materials. Always remember that material nouns can never be written in the plural. Even if they are written in the plural, they become common nouns. The entire meaning changes. Like irons becomes fetters. They are the chain which you can tie around the neck. Woods, when you say they enter the woods, means they enter the forest. So material nouns are names of materials and substance. So here we conclude all types of nouns. We conclude what is a noun. Noun is the name of a person, place and thing. Nouns are subdivided, broadly classified into common noun and proper noun. Common nouns are again divided into collective noun, compound noun, concrete noun, abstract nouns, agent nouns, countable nouns, uncountable nouns and material nouns. This is all about it. I hope you understood what is nouns. Thank you.